Yes, let's clog up my hard drive just a little bit more. Sorry for the late start. I have a completely broken mic. I was trying to fix it. So my apologies for the late start, but it's going to be worth it. This is going to change your life. I want to walk you through a sales strategy that we have been using in my business in the last month to get over 50K in sales without any Facebook ads, completely organically, with a tiny little Facebook group of 200. It's not a big audience. And what else? What else can I tell you? No Facebook ads, tiny audience without burning out. I absolutely did no burnout, which is what I have been in the habit of doing in my business in the past. I'm ever so slightly addicted to my business, addicted to my desk, made myself ill at some stages, just trying to get all the things done. But I've developed this kind of system that I want to share with you today that isn't going to burn you out, that is sustainable, that is something that you can repeat over and over again. And the secret to the success of this system is the sales process, okay? And 50K, honestly, it may sound a lot, and it sounds like a lot to me as well, 50K a month, but I honestly, in all honesty, hand on heart, didn't work my own system to its full capability, to its full capacity. Does anyone else feel like that? I could have done a lot better. I could have done this and I could have done that and I didn't do it. So I am feeling that way. So if you've ever felt you didn't go all in, you wanted to go all in at the beginning of the process, and then at the end of the process, when you reflect back, you actually didn't go all in all honesty, we didn't go all in. So that's my God's honest truth is I didn't go all in. There's a lot of other things that I could have done, but I want to tell you what that process was that we did, how we made it over, I think it was 54K plus recurring income from before. I've not even added that in there, recurring income from previous sales. I've not even added that into that figure. So it's really, really exciting. We're talking about, 7-figure programs here, 7-figure masterminds, 7-figure group programs. But this sales process I'm going to tell you about is for you, whether you have a group program or not. It's for you if you are a coach, a consultant, a business owner, if you do sales calls as part of your sales process. Or if you're like me, you don't do sales calls. I didn't do sales calls because I didn't like them. So I was selling to people in the DMs, like offering my offer in the DMs. And we've moved over to sales calls, and that's because I just didn't like them. So I'll talk a little bit about that for those of you who aren't doing sales calls. Actually, we're having way more conversions now that we've got sales calls. So it might either persuade you to go over to sales calls from the DMs, or at least it will give you something to reflect upon at the end of this training. Right, I just want to bring this training up on my phone. Some of you will be watching this training on YouTube, so I will be chatting a little bit to people inside our community. If you want to join our community and be part of it, find the links, wherever it is on YouTube. I think it's in the notes below. Come and join us here inside this community and be part of all of the trainings and be part of the community as well. It's an amazing community, and I'm teaching you to become the expert in your niche, to become the expert in your field, and to become the top 1%. My story is, very briefly, that I thought I wasn't good enough to be the expert. I thought I wasn't good enough to be the top 1%, even though I was always the top. I was always the top person in school, in college. In college, I had a bit of a blip because I got a boyfriend called Alex, and I went down a little bit of a bad rabbit hole for a year. But apart from that, I've always been at the top of whatever I'm doing. And I sort of felt in business, you get imposter syndrome and you see everybody else doing this and everybody else doing that. And I just sort of felt that I wasn't good enough to be at the top. But then I stepped into my power and I realized actually I am good enough. And this training I'm giving you today is groundbreaking. Literally no other coach out there in the world is teaching this. So you are in the right place. If you implement this training, I guarantee, I promise, it's going to completely change your business. It's going to completely change your life. your kids' life, everything, just by implementing this training. And I should have introduced myself, so welcome everybody. My name's Abby Cornell, so if you don't know me, I help you become the top 1% expert in your niche, and then I help you grow your business beyond 6 figures to multiple 6 figures and up to 7 figures. We have a special system called the 7-figure roadmap that we walk you through, and that's inside my paid programs and my mastermind and my one-on-one coaching. So we walk you through step by step up to that level. That's what I'm doing now. So let's bring up this training inside the group. Let's turn my volume down so we don't get that feedback coming through. My Facebook hates me today. It's blocked me. So I was trying to do things earlier and it said, I've been blocked for an hour. So hopefully I can see your comments, guys, today. Yeah, really annoying Facebook at the moment. Hi, Linda, I got your message. I need to voice note you back. Yes, brilliant. I am going to voice note you back, Linda, but I loved your voice note. It was lovely and lovely learning a lot more about you as well. Tammy, hello, you're ready. Tammy, you've been developing your offer, haven't you, this week? So congratulations with that. I am the queen of offers, and I'm actually doing we're doing a live VIP day. It's coming up in three weeks' time, 17th of March. If you're watching this on YouTube, that will have gone by now. And I will have another live event coming up. So you can still check out my profile. Check out the notes here on YouTube. Check out my profile on Facebook. But I am going to be showing you how to expertify your offer. So anyone who's already created their offers, like Tammy, like all of you, I'm going to be showing you how to take your offer, add bells, whistles, sparkles and sprinkles. We're going to be taking the teachings of Alex Hormozi plus my teachings. My teachings are even better, by the way. Yes, I might not be like as internationally recognized as Alex, but we're going to take his teachings plus mine, and I'm going to be doing it with you live on a VIP day in session 1. So we've got 3 sessions on that VIP day. So anyone who wants to come to my VIP day, it's free. I've not done a free event for 2 years. Seriously. So you want to come before I start with the paid events again. But that's 17th of March, and sign up on my personal profile bio. There's a sign up link to sign up to that VIP day. So you can get on the email list as well. But well done, Tammy, for getting your offer in place. Hello, Helen. Joe, bring it on. Yes, well done, Joe. You've been working really hard today as well, haven't you? Hi, Isabel. I was thinking about you this week. I hope you're okay. You've gone quiet on me, so I hope you're all right. Lovely to see you. Hi, Linda, you're buffering. I hope it's you, and I hope it's not me. I seem to have stable Wi-Fi at the moment. Everything else has gone wrong. Linda says chill it in your knickers. Yeah, this training is like chill it in your knickers. There's a slight unpleasant element to it, but it is on fire. So I will explain the slightly unpleasant sting as I'm going through it. Not that I've ever had chili in my knickers. I'll be completely honest about that. But I can just imagine the burn. Linda, I love that. I love that. Whatever it is, an avatar of you laughing. Helen, all the time, yeah, that you want to go all in on something. What is that? I feel like I hold myself back on purpose. Just in case it goes wrong, I can say, oh, well, I didn't go all in. So I don't know whether I self-sabotage a little bit, but I'll talk about that as well. Julie, lovely to see you. I've not seen you for ages. We need to catch up. Angela, yes, you're on to the VIP day. Fantastic. I'm glad you're into that. The VIP day is going to be this training right now that I've not started yet, but I will start in a minute, on steroids. I'm going to be walking you through like a workshop style. So it's not going to be like this. It's going to be more workshoppy. So just an FYI, you need some lovely new notepads. You know, the new ones like what's that gorgeous stationery shop we've got here in the UK? What is it called now? It's in Selfridges and John Lewis. That's my favourite stationery shop. So I'm going to get a brand new notepad from there. Gorgeous branded stationery. My favourite designer is called Sarah Miller. So I'm going to get Sarah Miller stationery for our VIP day. Yvonne, hello. Hi, Anna. You just made it into the Facebook group. So that's fantastic. And Julie says, I've signed up for the VIP day, haven't received any emails. Don't worry, Julie, there's lots of time. I've had some issues with this DKIM configuration with my emails. I've done it, like people are going, oh, Abby, you just need to do this and you just need to do that. And I'm like, yeah, no shit, I've done that. I've already done that and it's not worked. So I just need to contact my domain provider is Ionis and just see what configuration isn't happening, whether it's an issue with my email provider or it's an issue with my domain provider. Of course, they both are blaming each other in the traditional and fully expected manner. So yeah, just having some issues with emails, Julie, but we'll absolutely sort it out before the VIP day on the 17th of March. It's a Sunday, so I think it is the 17th. So don't quote me on that number, but it is the Sunday, and we'll be starting at 12 noon UK time. Okay, so it'll be my early morning for you guys over in the States and over in Canada. Yeah, Julie, so everybody's going, oh, you just do this, Abby. I'm like, yeah, really? Didn't think of that. Honestly. People are trying to help, they're trying to be nice, and I get it. Look at my mic, guys, it's broken. I was trying to fix it before this live stream. This is completely ridiculous, isn't it? It doesn't look very professional, does it? So I'm gonna have to get a new one, I think. I think the arm is broken. Helen says it's a Sunday, that's the day then. 17th of March, 12 noon, UK time. Please do the time conversion. Don't ask me because I'll get it wrong. And I hope to see you there live with your favourite notepad and a nice, lovely coloured drink, some sort of mocktail or cocktail. And let's have some fun and let's do a big deep dive. Right, training. Yeah, Shannon says, how many hours will the VIP day be? So I'm planning on doing an hour, a break, an hour, a break, an hour, a break. Right. So that's at least 4.5 hours with the breaks. But you know me, and I sometimes talk a bit too much, as I already have done here on this live training. So it might go a bit over, Shannon. So, but you can watch the replays. You can come and watch the replays. But I'd love you to come on live. You know, I want to interact with you and see you and eyeball you. I want to eyeball you and make you all do some work and take action. So I hope you could maybe block out, I don't know, 5 hours for the whole day. So we have 3 sessions. Yeah, very practical, and you know, a lot of what I'm training here will be the first session, but we'll actually implement it into your business. Yeah, 6 hours or 7. I don't know what my last VIP day was, but I'm trying to keep it to an hour because otherwise it's too long, isn't it? Our bums get sore. Does anyone get that when you sit on your chair for too long, your bum gets sore? Right. On that note, talking about me talking too much, let's dive into this training. So what is it? This training is a sales process, bit boring, but this is a sales process that is like chili in your knickers. It's going to set your pants on fire because it's so good. There's a lot of coaches out there that teach you to have a sales call, have a discovery call, have a clarity call. You know, let me know if you got a call. Put it in the comments below. Do you have a clarity call, a sales call, a discovery call? What else have we got? A coffee chat. People have a coffee chat. Like, this is unbelievable to me, but let me know. No judgment. If you've got a coffee chat, let me know. You're going to be scared now, aren't you? If you've got a coffee chat, you're not going to be putting it in the comments. But let me know. Do you have a call in place? What is it? What is it called? So what is it called on your website? What is it called on if you've got a link tree or a links thing, you know, these links thing that you think click on and everybody's got links, and book a call. It could be just book a call, couldn't it? Book a call. I've got a lot to say about this before we start. Bridging the gap call, Linda. You're on the right tracks. I like it. Incidentally, Linda's just joined our mastermind, haven't you, Linda? So you're already on the right tracks. I just got to polish you off, but you're already halfway up the mountain. Shannon as a discovery call. Okay, you may want to change that after this training. Linda says the mind can only absorb what the butt can endure. I love that. Yes. Anyone else? Has anyone else got a call? What do you call it? So the common ones, as you know, are discovery call, clarity call, strategy call. Linda's got a really good one, bridging the gap call. Really love that. And then we've got coffee chat calls. Now, the thing is, who is going to go onto somebody's website as a cold person? They don't know you from Adam. They don't know you. Who is going to click on your website and click book a call? Who is going to click on your website and click book a coffee chat? You know, we've got to answer the question, what is in it for them? What is in it for them? And when they're booking a call, they have to be really warmed up, don't they, to click that button, to click book a call, to click book a coffee chat. They've got to be really warm, right? So the chances of people going onto our website or even going onto our post and clicking a link that says book a call, the chances are pretty slim. And this is why we're not making money. This is why we're not making many sales, right? Those of you who don't have calls, this was me for 7 years in my business. I didn't want to do calls. And when I did them, I felt like I was trying to persuade people to join my programs. And then the energy was off and I'd get a bit embarrassed, a bit hot. My chest would go red and my face and then it would, you know, the energy would just feel a bit off for me. So I didn't want to do sales calls. So I started to hide behind the DMs. And yes, I still took on clients. And I suppose that was better for me at that time, but I didn't understand how to do a call and how to structure it and what to say. And that's why I was stuck with selling in the DMs. However, since we've changed over to calls, my sales have gone right up. I would say they've doubled. You know, that's not an exact figure. It's probably just a bit lower, maybe 40%, but they've almost doubled since we changed from DMs to calls. And this is the strategy. This is why. Now, if I had a call that was like discovery call, magic call, strategy call, book a call, coffee chat call, I don't think my sales would be where they are now. And I'm going to show you one presentation slide. So this isn't a long, boring presentation, training, or anything like that. I've actually gone off slides, guys. I've got a bit bored of them. But I've done you one slide to reflect this strategy. And I'm going to show it you now. Are you ready for the chili in your knickers? Linda, are you ready? Are you holding tight? Hold on. Hold on to your, what are these called? Armrests. Ready for the blast. So I'm going to walk you through this. This is the blast. Yeah, Shannon, she's saying it makes sense. I don't book calls with strangers, so why would I expect them to book a call with me? They've got to be really warm, haven't they, really? So how can we get people to book a call when they're not warm, when they're colder, when they're possibly lukewarm? So they've seen a bit of our stuff, but they're not revved up and so revved up that they're like, oh my God, where's that book a call button? That's not the people I'm talking about here. I'm talking about people way cooler. So if we can get cooler people converted into our programs, we're going to double our sales. And that's what this training is all about. So let me share this. Oh, sorry, this is a coaching log. I'm supposed to be on the right one here. Here we go. I got it ready on the right one before I started. Obviously not. Right, so I want the present button. Here we go. So let me know, guys, in the chat, can you see this? And can you hear me as well? Sometimes when I share my screen, you can't hear me anymore. So even though this slide or this image, you know, I'm talking about $1 million masterminds and how to fill a 7-figure mastermind with a 70% conversion on sales calls. But actually this works for you if you've not got a mastermind, if you've got a group program, if you're doing one-on-one coaching, or, you know, providing you're doing calls or selling in the DMs, this process is for you. So don't be put off by the fact that I'm talking about $1 million masterminds. That's just something that's particularly lighting me up right now. I'm excited about that. I've got quite a few clients launching masterminds and they're having amazing, incredible results. That's why I've got that on there. Okay, so let me walk you through this process. Are you ready for the chili in your knickers? I said I wasn't going to say this on my YouTube video. Sorry, YouTubers. But, you know, at the end of the day, this is me. So, let me just, what I'm going to do is just refresh this. I've got too many tabs open. In fact, it's totally embarrassing. I've never had this many tabs open in 8 years, and you're seeing the worst of the worst here. Sorry, guys, I've just had a lot of calls today. We've done a lot of coaching logs. Right, okay, so that's gone back to my roadmap. Let's go across. Here we go. Right, sorry, just bear with me 1 second. Present. Right, we're back on now. So you can see the images, you see. It wasn't working. Hi, Stephanie. Lovely to see you. Helen says yes and yes. Thank you, Helen. You're my like surrogate VA for this live stream. I'll pay you later, Helen. Okay, so like I say, ignore the $1 million masterminds thing. If that's not your jam, it's my jam. But this is for you if you have sales calls as part of your business, or if you're thinking of having them, or if you do DMs and you're even not thinking of having sales calls, this might change your mind. Okay, it might change your mind. So how to get people onto a sales call, in my opinion, is to make the call so magnetic and so juicy and so sexy and have a reason for the call. Now, I'll be talking about this more on my VIP day in a lot more detail, but I want you to write that down. If you've got a notepad and a pen right now, the big key thing is have a reason to book the call, a reason to book the call. If there's a reason to book a call with you, colder and lukewarm people in your audience are much more likely to book that call than if you say book a discovery call, book a strategy call. So we have something called the $1 Million Roadmap Session. And I'm going to explain exactly what that is to you in a minute. But who wants a coffee chat call? On a scale of 1 to 10, it's probably, for me, it's a 0 because I've got no time. I've got no time to have coffee chats. At the beginning of my business, to be honest with you, it would have probably been a 4 or a 5. Who wants a coffee chat? Who wants a discovery call? Probably 1 notch up from that. Who wants a $1 million road mapping session? Hell yes. Give me a 10. Like, who doesn't want that? If you want your business to be successful, sorry, I'm just choking here, and without burnout, and you want to see what that looks like for you personally, then you're going to want a $1 million road mapping session. Yeah. So how sexy is that call as compared with the coffee chat? It's really sexy, isn't it? So chili in your knickers time. 12. Yes. Hi, Sarah. Was lost in sales page creation. I can't wait to see it, Sarah. Send it to me when you've done it. Linda says it's a 12. Yes, $1 million road mapping session. To be quite honest with you, I was being conservative at a 10 out of 10, but Linda is right. It's a 12 out of 10. So why are we having coffee chats, discovery calls, clarity calls? And the reason is that's what everybody else is doing. But we're ending up being a sheep. We're ending up being in a sea of coaches and blending in with all the other coaches. And what I'm all about is getting you to the 1%, is getting you to expert status, and is helping you to stand out. Now, Linda is already halfway there because I think, Linda, you've got a bridging the gap session. So that's brilliant. We're bridging the gap. You're going to help people to see the gaps that they need to fill in. I absolutely love that. And I would say that that's maybe a 10, and maybe the $1 million road mapping session is, like you say, a 12. But I love what Linda has done already. For the rest of you, you might want to consider changing the name of your call. Now, this is the sting in the chili in your knickers, the sting, guys. Sorry for this analogy. I can't think of anything else. If you can think of anything a little bit more conservative, let me know. But the sting is that a little bit of work has to go into this. You know, if you're going to provide a call that is going to give amazing value for your prospects, these are your nearly clients, aren't they? And we want to treat our nearly clients like royalty. And we want to give them an experience on a call that they're like, wow, I've got to work with this person. So what can you do on your call that is going to give them an amazing experience and is going to give them something to take away? That's the crux of it. We want to make the call so sexy and so magnetic and so irresistible. This is literally an irresistible sales call. And if you can create an irresistible sales call, then all you've got to do all day long is try and get people booking those calls. And if it's irresistible, they're going to book them. Oh, see, my mic has completely died now. It's broken. I'm going to have to hold it. This is what happened before this live stream. Okay, so let me look in the chat and see if you're still here. It's all going wrong, guys. I've got a broken mic. Shannon says, I don't want to be a sheep. I want to be the standout expert. Shannon, you are in the right place. Let's put this in place for you. Yeah, you can put this in place. Actually, to be honest with you, this millionaire road mapping session, it took me about a month to create it, possibly longer, possibly 2 months. But it doesn't have to take you this long. I'll explain what that is in a moment. But you want a session and you want a call that people want to be on. What can they get from a call with you? What can they take away? Something really valuable and life-changing. What could you give them? Linda says, I got the name actually from going through your roadmap. You identified gaps, pluses and minuses in my business. Very valuable. Yeah, so Linda has had her millionaire road mapping session. Fantastic. I love that you've got your Bridging the Gap session since joining our calls. Fantastic, Linda. You're like an example. You know, when somebody shows this is how you could be, Linda is that example for me. You know, when you go on a cookery program and they go, this is the cake that you could make. So you could be like Linda. Isabel says we're still here. Thanks, Isabel. Sorry, this is going very wrong with my mic. Right, so walk you through this, what would you call it, a diagram or a visual? So on the left-hand side, where do I send the money? Just directly to me, just send me the cash. On the left-hand side, you can see it looks like a gun, doesn't it? Have you ever looked down the barrel of a gun and then you can see little circles where all the bullets come out of? So this is like a rotator gun. This is our content, okay? So this piece of training, this video right now is one of my little images of this gun. It's a training video. I also have cheat sheets, checklists. I've got downloads, freebies, what have I got? Free mini course in this Facebook group if you go into the guides. All of those things we want to lead people to, you know, in the public domain, to our Facebook group and to sign up for our email list. Yeah, all of those things lead to our Facebook group and to our email list. So give me a thumbs up in the comments. Give me some love hearts if you understand that barrel is all of your free stuff. Because it's very hard to just post a post and get people booking a call. What we want to do, or what we try to do, is just post on social media and send people directly to the call. Now that is possible, but what is better is to warm people up a little bit with your training, your free training, your freebies, your cheat sheets, your checklists, your guides, your ebooks, your free workshop, your free mini course. You know, that's a really great way of people actually seeing your face, hearing your voice, and reading all about you, isn't it? So that's the step one of your sales process, where we're just slightly warming people up at that stage. Thanks for the thumbs up, guys. You're still with me. Okay, so hopefully you're doing that in your business. You are creating things. I just call them things. It is valuable content, trainings, freebies. And you know, don't get me wrong, you can post tomorrow, Linda, and say, I'm really excited about my Bridging the Gap sessions. People are absolutely loving them. This is what I do, this is what I do, this is what we do, and then you get this at the end, who wants to book one? So actually you can fast forward this whole process and just be posting on social media and bringing people into your calls. That actually fast forwards nearly 3/4 of this graphic. But for most of you, and including me, we're going to book more calls and have more success on a conversion after they've done some of our consumption of our content. So they've already watched some of our training, they've already downloaded some of our things. We've got their email address, and we might be also sending them to a Facebook group. The Facebook group, guys, you know, it's optional. It's recommended by me because you can then see the faces of people who are joining your audience. So you can double check that they're your ideal clients. Because if you're getting all the wrong people joining your Facebook group from your free stuff, then that's a sign that there's a disconnect. Okay. So that's stage one. We want to get people to book these amazing calls, because on these calls, not only are you going to walk them through whatever you promised them on the call, but you're also going to tell them about your one-on-one offer, your group program, your mastermind in big flashing light bulbs, or whatever offer that you've got. Okay. So the next stage after they've joined your Facebook group or your email is when people join this Facebook group, they answer a question saying, do you want a free 7-figure road mapping session? And honestly, there's probably one person in every 3 or 4 says yes. So that's brilliant, isn't it? 1 in 4 joining this group says, yes, give me the 7-figure road mapping session. And what I do then with that person, because I don't really know them, is I will warm them up. I will send them free stuff, free trainings. I'll send them this training. Hello, if this is you. So they get warmed up to my style, the way that I coach, the way that I teach, the way that I train, and they're warmed up to my business. Okay, so we're going to invite people to book a 7-figure road mapping session. And that is also social media posts as well. So I'm going to talk about booking a session. You'll see me in this Facebook group saying who wants a 7-figure road mapping session. I also post it on my stories. Click this love heart if you would like to book a 7-figure road mapping session. And people click on the love heart. It's so easy to do, isn't it, in a story? So we get people booking into these sessions from stories, from the Facebook group, from Facebook posts, and directly from things like this training. If you're watching this training on replay, there will be a link to book one of these sessions with us at the top of this training or underneath it. If you're watching it on YouTube, you can book a session with us. So you want all of your content to be leading people into these sessions. Right, so let me get that down. Right, so the next thing, the next stage, hopefully everybody's following me here. It's a very simple process. The next thing is the prospect books their slot in your calendar, right? And a lot of coaches teach you to have something called a triage call. Has anyone heard of a triage call? I absolutely hate that. I didn't want to have a triage call because as a busy mother, I'm a busy mum, I've got a busy life, and I can't think of anything worse than having triage calls. But there's a lot of coaches, a lot of coaching gurus out there teaching you to have a triage call just to check, are they the right ideal client or not? What I do is I will talk to the person in the DMs instead of having a triage call. I don't want to make myself available for double the amounts of calls. Yeah. And I have somebody who actually takes my calls for me. She's called Lisa. She's absolutely amazing. And I don't want Lisa doing double calls, or maybe I would do the triage call and she would do the road mapping call. However, it would work. I don't like the idea of doubling my calls with a triage call. So I am actually against having a triage call. And I believe you can warm your prospect up in the DMs instead. Now, yes, triage sounds medical. It does. So there's a lot of coaches just get you on a quick 10-minute call to say, they usually say, like, have you got money to invest in our program? But I think it's a bit much, isn't it? Don't you want to get them on a call and help them anyway? You know, it seems a bit cutthroat. Like, have you got money? Yes or no? Okay, you can't have a call with us. So anyway, I don't like these triage calls. They're not for me. Now, yes, more Shannon says more people are responsive with DMs. It's interesting that you say that because that's exactly where I'm going with what I'm saying now. I think cold people are not responsive in the DMs, but people who have watched your training have got to know you a little bit. Like if I was to message you, Shannon, and now I know you would reply. But somebody who maybe has just joined this group, who doesn't know me, might not, right? So this is how you get around that. If the call is a road mapping session and I'm saying, look, I'm doing your roadmap now for you. This is what I say in the DMs. I'm doing your roadmap for you right now. I'm looking at XYZ and just please let me know if you've got any other links that you want me to look at. And that applies to any niche. Like you could say, you know, if it's spiritual, I'm looking at this, that, and the other, and please let me know the answers to these questions so that I can do your audit, so that I can do your roadmap, so that I can prepare for your session. Now, if somebody thinks that you are doing work for them, and you're in the DMs asking them some more questions so that you can create the thing for them, they're going to reply, they're going to respond. And this isn't a trick, like I am actually doing their roadmap for them. I spend a good 20 minutes doing everybody's individual, unique 7-figure roadmap for them before a call with us. So I do spend a lot of time on that. And I talk to people in the DMs about it so that I can do it properly and really well for them. Everybody replies to me. So I like the fact that Shannon was saying that people are more responsive in the DMs. Yes, they are, but if they're completely cold, actually they're not. Usually they ghost you, and that's very normal. But if they know that you're doing something or preparing something for them or creating something for them to take away, they are going to reply. Unless your message might be hidden, it might be in a hidden folder, in which case you might need to comment on one of the posts to say, I've sent you a message, it's really important that you pick it up. So yeah, I am literally warming people up by just having a really natural conversation with them so that I can create the visual roadmap. And you could do mind mapping, brain mapping, whatever this is. There's softwares that do all these amazing charts. You can do whatever fits your business. But if your sales call is also to create the thing, to do the thing, to work through the thing with your prospect, then they are much more likely to book that call and much more likely to hear about your program, how it suits them, how it fits them, and whether they're interested in joining or not, either now or in the future. And sometimes it's not a fit and it's not going to be the right thing for them too. So that's how I warm people up. And then they get the Millionaire Roadmap. So Linda, you got your roadmap so we can see where people are at or up to in the business, and they can also see what they're going to learn when they join our program. Now, we have a 70% conversion rate, and actually that's fluctuates from call to call. It goes up, it goes down. It's probably more than that on the calls that we have and on the conversions that we create into our mastermind program. Our mastermind program has 3 joining levels. So there's usually a level that suits people on the call. And then some people are just not a fit. Or some people are already in different programs and different things, and they're maxed out basically with learning, and they're going to come into our mastermind in 6 months' time, 3 months' time. But the groundbreaking thing about this, and let me come back to me. I will show you the Millionaire Roadmap actually briefly before we go. Right, can I let go of this mic before is he going to die on me again? Let's just see how it bears out. Right, so the groundbreaking thing about this is that we are literally converting people who are very lukewarm to start with, because I'm sending them training and I'm getting them prepared for their road mapping session in a very short space of time. So this is why we was able to hit 54K in January with not enough effort from me. You know, that I said that at the beginning of this call, really. I didn't really talk to people in the DMs like I told myself I was going to. I didn't really build relationships as I teach. I just didn't. I don't know why. I don't know whether I was busy. I don't know what happened. But I didn't do all the things that I promised myself I was going to do. And we still got to 54K because of this process, because we're not doing triage calls, we're not having sales calls, they're not come to my sales call, because who wants to come to a sales call? It's come to our 7-figure road mapping call, and we're also going to tell you about the different joining levels inside our mastermind. And when they see all about our mastermind and what we can do and where we can get them to, a lot of people are like, whoa, yes, of course I want to join. Count me in, you know, they're excited to join. So it doesn't feel like, you know, I've been on a call where they're trying to force me to go and get my credit card and pay right now and all of that shit. It's not all of that. It is having a real, authentic, genuine conversation, as you'll vouch for, Linda, because you've had one. It's having a good chat, seeing where the person's at, are they a fit or not? Here's your roadmap, here's the gaps that you've got, here's where we can get you to. And if you want to join, you can do. We'd love you to have, we'd love to have you with us, or we actually don't think it's a fit. For example, we had one lady who last week whose business was too far ahead, and actually I felt as though she'd built all the things in not the right way, and I wanted her to unbuild it, basically burn it to the ground and start again, and she didn't want to do that. So we had a conversation back and forth between me and my sales team lady, and it wasn't the right fit because she didn't want to go backwards in order to go forwards, and I felt she needed to go backwards in order to go forwards. So sometimes, you know, it isn't a fit, sadly, and I feel as though it would have been a waste of money as an investment if she wasn't willing to do that. So yeah, Linda says it was such an enjoyable process. I loved having the choices. It was very affirming too. Yeah, so there's the choices of the joining levels. So you might want to think about that for your offers, for your coaching, for your one-on-one, for your programs. And if you've got a mastermind, having different ways that people can work with you so that they can figure out, well, what's the best way for me right now? I love that, Linda. And I love that you enjoyed the session too. Shannon says, I burnt mine down and in the process of rebuilding. Yeah, so that's exactly a lovely point at which I love to work with people, is at that point of rebuilding. With Linda, you're a different kettle of fish, Linda, because you've built your business to a certain level, a really great level. And I feel as though you've done the right things. So you've got some solid foundations in place. So we was able to offer you a place as well. And you don't have to burn everything to the ground. But a lot of people create all this stuff and it's like, oh, the messaging is off, that's off, that's off. You know, everything is just off. And I'm just like, it's never going to work like this. Sorry, in my opinion. There's other opinions available, of course. Okay, so have you had chili in your knickers over this training? The sting, guys, the sting is actually preparing the call and preparing the audit. I've got key performance indicators. I'll just show you the roadmap. I said I'd show it you, didn't I? So just very quickly, if I go back, can't see it. Yeah, you can kind of see that. You can kind of see that, can't you? So I have a key performance indicator in the background for each one of these boxes. So I know exactly the level that somebody is up to, and I'm able to look at my KPIs, which is a big paragraph of writing for each box, to put that person in the right position. And when they get to mid-range level across the board, or across like 3/4 of it, they're going to be at 6 figures or multi-6 figures. And when they're right up at the top two, they're going to be hitting the 7-figure mark. So yeah, that's what we do with people on a call, 20 areas of business. And what I don't like is that most coaches out there, most business coaches, get you into their program by just walking you through three or four things. It's like lead generation, sales process, and content. And they just look at 3 areas. And I'm just like, well, what about the other 17 areas of business? What if they're not doing anything in those areas? So that's why I like to go through the whole spectrum of your business on our 7-figure road mapping call to see where you're up to and to see which levels we can get you up to inside our mastermind. Sarah's loving the rebuilding process. You're doing so well, Sarah. Really, really well. Can't wait to see your sales page. Right, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this training. I promise you, if you can implement this, and I'll be going into it in a lot more detail in our expert launches VIP day, I'll be going through how to expertify your offers, because your offers, a lot of them are quite general. So I want you to be able to expertify them so that you stand out. I'll be going through this sales process in more detail in a workshop style so you can map out your own process. Yeah. And then I'll be walking you through how to launch it. So we did a launch in January. It was my business boost camp, wasn't it? But I want you to be able to launch the expert way, which is just a tiny little event. It might be a workshop, a masterclass, a VIP day like we've got. It's going to be just one bam, thank you, ma'am. And then you're going to be able to move your people into your special call. So I'll be walking you through that whole process on our VIP day. So like I say, click the link above to come to our VIP day and walk through this process with me, or click the link below if you're watching this on YouTube. And if that VIP day isn't on, there's going to be another one coming up, because I do these things every 6 weeks. So you'll be able to jump on one of them. No matter what it is, it's going to be awesome. So I'll see you on that day. I'll be able to meet you in person, hopefully. Right, just check the chat before we leave. The roadmap is gold. No one does this. Yeah, no one's doing it, Linda, but we're going to do it because it works. And what I want to say is, a 70 to 80% conversion rate on sales calls is fantastic, but I actually want to get that down. So I want to be able to get colder people onto these road mapping sessions. My aim is to get that conversion rate down, funnily enough. We want more people coming through. That will get sales up even more. Shannon says, love that. Love that. Yes, come on, Shannon. You can do it. Sarah got the roadmap, didn't you, Sarah? I love that your roadmap is so detailed and helpful. Yeah, I hope yours is really useful so you can look at those levels that you need to work on and work on those first, the ones that are furthest down. Sarah's going to send me a sales page. Can't wait to see it because your graphics and your design has really gone up leveled, hasn't it, Sarah? Right, thanks for joining me, everybody. If you've got any questions about this, send me a DM, ask me your questions. If you're not sure about anything, if you're interested in having a road mapping session, you can book the link. You can book through the link above and the link below. So I'll link the road mapping sessions if you want one of your own. Above and below, and also our VIP day. So I'll do that right now after this call is over. Gotta go. My husband, I've just heard that he's just arrived and we're going for a curry tonight. So yes, I'm off out for a yummy curry. Whatever you're doing, whatever time of day it is, have a wonderful day and I'll see you on the next training. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining me. Bye. See, the dog's barking. Good timing that, wasn't it?